So BSG pulled a fast one on me, and they completely removed gas analyzers from filing cabinets. Completely removed them, from what I can tell. So, due to that video being outdated, we're making another one. So there's a few changes to the gas analyzer spawns, a few changes to the gas analyzer spawn rates. So the last video I made, gonna put outdated on it. That video, waste of your time. You can watch it for the interchange spots that I showed, because I won't be showing those here. But other than that video, I would just skip on past, watch this one, and then if you want to go back and see the interchange spots, you can go do that. But anyway, we're going to jump right in, look at the new updated places to find gas analyzers, best ways to farm them, all those kinds of things. Hi, I'm Solarius. Welcome to another wipe guide for Escape from Tarkov. Before I'm going any further into this video, I'd like to mention that I do have an entire playlist made up for you if you're having trouble finding any of these items. As these things change, I will try to update them as often as possible, and I'll try to either private the videos or let you know that they're outdated. If they still have some kind of relevance, I'll leave them up with a little outdated thing beside them. But with that, we're going to jump straight into the gas analyzers. I don't want this video to be too long, as I'm just going to try to go over the spawns as much as possible. I've got another video that kind of goes in depth about why you need them and everything like that, obviously. So we're just going to hop straight in here. Most of the places that I'll be going over here are going to be on reserve and interchange. So we're going to go ahead and do reserve first, because interchange we did in the last video. We may have them pop up in the background here, but we're not going to focus as much on that. We're going to focus on reserve a little bit more here. Just because that seems like the one that a lot of people are having the most luck with. Like I said, the first map that we're going to go over is reserve. If you've ever farmed GPUs in previous wipes when reserve used to be like broken and overpowered, then you're going to be really familiar with this route that we're going to go over here and the best ways to get them. So the first building that we're going to be talking about is the Black Bishop building. This is the building that has the drop down room that a lot of people run to farm GPUs. So you're just going to run up to the top floor, jump out of the window that I have here shown on screen. Then you're going to go into the drop down room, check on all the shelves, check on the floor as well. I've seen some spawn on the floor as well. The other most common places in this building that I have found them are on the top floor. You go into any of the rooms on the top floor and basically just check the shelves in the back of the rooms. The one room that has like a few desks and chairs stacked up, that can be found in there as well, but they're just not as common as the drop down rooms. The drop down room here in Black Bishop is going to be the room that you want to be going for, just because it's the one that's going to spawn them the most often. I found 2 in here in one raid. This is definitely the one you want to go for. I think a lot of people are starting to find their gas analyzers now, so if you're still struggling, maybe take a scav and check here and see if you can find them as well. The other building that I find them in a lot here on reserve is going to be the King building. A lot of people for some reason call this the Queen building, but if you play chess or if you've seen chess online at all, it's definitely a king piece on the building. So it's going to be the King building. The most important room here, in my personal opinion, is the small server room. So this is the server room closest to the White Bishop building, and it's the one that spawns them the most. A lot of times they spawn the invisible spawns. So I'll show you where those invisible spawns here are on screen, and you'll want to check all through these invisible spawns, all through these servers, around the back of the last server that's kind of fallen over. A lot of people don't check this, and I found gas analyzers here at the very end of raids sometimes because people just don't check it. In addition, there are a few spawns as well in the side server room that's right next to this. I don't find them there that often, but they are there. Then you're going to want to go up to the second floor. The very end of the hall, there's a room that has like 2 tech spawns in it. Check on the floor to the left near the servers, and then I think on the servers to the right, there's also a spawn there as well. Finally, the last spot in this building that you're going to make sure that you're looting is the large server room. I personally have not found a single gas analyzer in here this wipe at all. I haven't actually found a single thing spawn in this room this wipe. Maybe I'm just unlucky. Maybe it's really bad spawn rates. Maybe people are just getting into it before me, but I just haven't found literally anything in this room except for like a USB adapter on a scav run or something like that. But I would still check it, because in the past, this room has been reputable for having these high tier loot spawns. And it seems like those gas analyzers are spawning right now on those high tier loot spawns for tech stuff. Like I mentioned before, the other map that you're going to want to loot is Interchange. So just like I mentioned in the other video, the tech stores are going to be the main ones that you want to loot. So you're going to go to Techno, Tech Light, and Rasmussen. Those are the biggest 3 tech stores and where you're going to find them the most. Supposedly you can find them in Ollie. I have not seen them anywhere in Ollie, but supposedly they can be found there as well. In addition to this, the place that I have found the most on Interchange is going to be the little office in Idea, and then the little supply room that's kind of behind it. All the way on the shelves here, you know, between the computers in this little office room, all that kind of stuff. I have found a bunch of different gas analyzers there, and I've actually used them to barter for my life a couple of times during this wipe so far. So I definitely recommend checking all of those tech stores still. They didn't seem like they were spawning there earlier in the wipe, but they are spawning there now for sure. Idea Office seems to be the best place on Interchange to find them. So if you're going to Interchange, go to the Idea Office. I'll show that on screen because I don't think that I showed that in the other video. A few things that I do want to address here in this video, because in the previous video I do mention them, but they do seem to be completely inaccurate. So it seems like they've changed the spawn rates for gas analyzers inside of containers. So far I have not found a single one in a container. So right now I'm not finding them in filing cabinets, I'm not finding them in toolboxes, so I wouldn't even waste your time right now until I have time to maybe test that a little bit more and see if they actually are in there, but just a really low chance. But as of right now, I found 0 in there. I will leave a link in the description down to the previous video in case you do want to see the other spots on Interchange that they do spawn sometimes. That'll be the only reason you'll want to watch that video. Hopefully this video will be helpful for those people who are still struggling to find those gas analyzers. It took me way longer to get this video out than I would have liked. Unfortunately, I just had work this week and I was sick as well. But we will have this coming out because it's a needed update for the video. So since those spawn places have been changed, it's a needed update. If you enjoyed the video, if the video was helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like the video and then comment down below and let me know where you found your gas analyzers or if you are still struggling to find them. If you'd like to see more content like this, I'd recommend checking out my White Pipe playlist. I'm going to have videos with all of the different items that you'll be looking for. In addition to that, I'm going to have kind of just basic tips and things like that for the start of wipe. So if you're just starting, just getting into it, check out that playlist I'll have down below. It'll be ready for you as well. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.